and welcome to the video, which I do not feel like filming right now, but I am super disciplined, so we're gonna get it done, and I know I will feel better after I do it. So the reason I say that is because a lot of the time, all of this fitness stuff comes down to discipline and actually sticking to the plan and doing it when you don't feel like doing it, and knowing that you are going to feel better once you do it. So taking action, doing anything is always better than doing nothing, because you're going to feel good for doing something. If you do nothing, you're going to feel, just behind or stressed or lazy or just not good. So if you're procrastinating right now, if you're not doing your workouts or whatever, go get it done. You're going to feel way better after you do it, even if you don't think so right now. So the topic of this video is going to be on measuring progress when you're skinny fat, because it is hard. When you're skinny fat and you need to build muscle and lose fat at the same time, it's a long process. It takes time, and you need to be patient, and you need to bring in that discipline and stick to the plan and keep going even when it feels like nothing is happening and you're not getting rewarded for your efforts. That's when you actually have to dig real deep and use that discipline and do what you got to do anyway and trust the process. And I know it sounds easier said than done. I'm going through that right now myself. I'm stuck and, telling myself, Jody, you just got to trust the process. It doesn't actually help, because even with all the knowledge that I have and knowing things take time, trusting the process is hard. So when you're skinny fat, there are some things that you should focus on to help kind of push you through those times where you feel stuck and you feel like nothing is happening. And that's what I want to discuss in this video. So the first thing as well, that doesn't make sense, but the first thing that you need to realize is when you are building muscle and losing fat at the same time, body weight might not change depending on where you're starting at and whether you are actually skinny fat or whether you are actually just fat without muscle. If you're actually skinny fat, scale weight might not change during this whole body transformation process, because muscle is denser than fat. So if anyone tells you muscle weighs less than fat, that's incorrect. A kilogram of muscle weighs the same as a kilogram of fat, but muscle is denser than fat. So the same kilogram of muscle takes up less space than what a kilogram of fat does. And because of that, scale weight might not change during the process. So you can't use scale weight as a reliable indicator of progress when you are skinny fat. What you should look at instead are the following things, or these are three of the things that I would focus on, and there's obviously more things that can help keep you moving forward and motivated, but these are what I think are the most important. So the first one is your waist measurement. So because body weight might not change, it's good to have some other kind of number that you can focus on, right? Because we all like numbers. And body waist measurement, so that's taking a measuring tape and measuring around your belly button, and I would also measure 2 centimeters above your belly button and 2 centimeters below. Because depending on your body type, fat loss can happen at different rates on different areas of your waist. So if you are losing fat and building muscle and getting tighter and leaner, then your body waist should decline over the weeks. And again, this is going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight or even in a week. But if you take the measurement at the start and then maybe every 4 weeks, and over time, that should be decreasing. So that's the first thing I would focus on in terms of numbers. Second thing in terms of numbers is your strength in the gym. So if you're following a program and actually sticking to it and building muscle, then strength in the gym is a very good indicator of that. So this does not only just mean how much you can lift, but also how many reps you can do for the same weight, and how many sets you can do of that weight, and your form of that exercise, the range of motion of that exercise, decreasing rest periods, all those forms of progressive overload. So if you can't increase your weight week by week, like when you're starting out, it's pretty easy to keep adding weight and watching those numbers go up, and that's something you should really celebrate and hold on to, because you're going to need that to keep you going when scale weight isn't changing and you feel like your body's not changing, even though it actually is. So strength is the second thing I would focus on, and that means obviously sticking to a program and tracking your progress in the gym, not just going to the gym and doing whatever, sticking to something and doing it consistently and actually writing down what numbers you're like lifting and making sure it's increasing week by week. Not on every exercise, but definitely on 1 or 2 every week. Third thing I would focus on is how your clothes are fitting. So again, this takes time, but generally as your waist is decreasing and like your clothes, like as you get tighter, I guess, and build that muscle, your clothes are going to fit better, and generally you're just going to feel better. Like you should have more energy and you should just feel better. So that's the third thing. Another thing as well, which, you know, on those days where nothing seems to be going right and you feel like you're not making any progress, just know that if you are sticking to your plan and measuring progress, that is progress, because what were you doing before you started this journey, right? You were probably not working out consistently or not sticking to a plan consistently, not tracking your macros, not doing any of that stuff. So if you are doing that and staying consistent, like that's progress, and that should make you feel really good, and that is worthy of celebration when nothing else is going right or when you feel like you're not making progress. So hope that made sense. Probably wasn't the clearest video, but remember, I didn't feel like doing it, so now I feel really good that I have done it. And whatever you need to do today or tonight, go get it done, and you're going to feel way better after you do it as opposed to not doing it at all. So thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.